Alright, here we be. You're listening to Radio Blender with Forget Me Not. Got to change the titles. Very good. Low poly camping, right? Alright, let's see to the chat. I see Erwin, Bergelmeer, Bad Unit. Welcome to the stream, hope you guys are doing fine. Low poly camping. Corsair entries. Title should be fixed right now. Okay. Two entries here. Don't know what to do with that just yet. I see Tardis Blue, welcome to the stream. We will start in a couple of minutes. Just going to need to filling some stuff on my WordPad here. Stream. I didn't see any Blender on Twitch. Let me see Blender. I'm logged in on Twitch already. At this moment there are 4 people being live on Blender unless they added in the wrong title. Because there is also Blender Bros. There's a race game. Let me see here. Need to fill in some of the daily total scene characters. Seen a lot of fun entries. Alright, this stream is all about the 30-minute challenge, which will be done every week and streaming on Monday. So you have to you get an objective like seen down here. The challenge for 2 days ago was to make camping stuff, and I give a new challenge every day, 1 week long. Within overall, it's the theme is low poly camping. So one day you have to make let me see. One day you have to make a terrain. Another day you have to make trees, bushes. Another day you have to make wild animals. And then you have to make a tent, a camper, a motorhome. And at the end of the week we are joining everything together with a mixed scene. Yes, and every week we're also doing a weekly competition. So every week I'm gonna give you a subject. The last week was make a 2D character slash scene slash object into 3D. And then every Wednesday I'm doing the stream. And at the end of the stream people can vote on who they think is the winner. Which we're going to do today too. We're going to vote for winners on every day. If it sounds a little bit confusing, then I recommend you to join Grand Abbot's Discord. There should be a link in the description down below. And then you can check everything out. We also have monthly competitions. You will get a subject for the month. And then once in a month, we do the stream. We're going to vote on people. Alright, here we be. Back again. Let me see. I first need to fill in my WordPad for continuing, or else my explanation will sound confusing. Yeah, just make sure you read everything well. Very important. Because some channels you should not chat, other channels is just announcements. You can find a lot of the information above onto the channel. Each channel should have certain information on top. Yeah, you can ask questions. So about the competition, there are 2 competition sections. One is of Grant and one is of mine. But Grant at the moment is having trouble with breathing, so he doesn't do any competitions or live streams at the moment. So I take his monthly competition for now. Let me see. Okay, yeah, training, very good, last Monday. And I also dropped in a special competition, an extra competition. This competition, we are doing a special competition because Gabit 3D, so the Discord, has an option to add in a welcome image for everyone who joins the Discord. They will see an image. And we are giving everyone a chance to join up this competition to make the welcome image. And only one person, of course, can win. Here's the recommended size. The deadline will be January 5, 2021. Then we will do the live stream. At the end of the live stream, there will be voting, or at least the voting will be open, and the voting will close on Sunday. We do it a couple of days. We want to make sure everyone get a chance to vote, and then the winner will get announced on Monday, January 11, and his or her image will be used for the Discord. All right, I think I got everything here. Let me see, terrain, water, plants, trees, tent, wildlife, props, characters, total scene. So we should be fine with that. Alright. At the moment there are 6 people. We're just gonna wait a couple more minutes. Let other people join in who actually joined in the competition too. I got everything ready here now. I hope my mic sounds good because I dropped it by accident before I went downstairs. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, and you should always put in 1 entry because that is the rule. We have made new rules. Only Tralalex probably missed the rule. Only 1 entry per objective allowed. Or else your winning chance will de-increase. Because some people might like this image and some people might like this image, so it will de-increase your winning chance. No, I was sneezing. All right. Go all the way up here for now. Oh man. Okay. 3 more minutes and then we will blast off. No, I didn't kill anything. Yep, 3 more minutes. Tomorrow will be monthly competition stream. Wednesday, then the weekly competition stream. Gonna be a busy week again for me. Making a Sketchfab challenge right now. I don't know if I can finish for the deadline of 30 November. The monthly. The monthly is nature. So you have to fix something with nature. There is one person with his entry. I think he didn't understand the competition though. I'm gonna spoil it for a little bit. There are some very good entries. There is one person. This guy. He just added a picture. You need to do something with nature, as in doing it with Blender, like model plants, model tree, model the terrain, something with nature. He dropped in a very nice model of F1 car though, but yeah, not really nature though. Also for the month of December, I'm also going to do that. I've already spoken with Grant if he wants to start it or not, and he wants to skip another one. So the The subject for December is gonna be winter, so you can do anything with winter. Snow, skiing, snowboarding, Christmas, you name it. Hey, prior codes, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine on the Monday. You're not late. I always wait a couple of minutes before I start off. I was just talking about the monthly competition. Alright, one more minute and then we're going to start. Mind me. It is cold outside here. I actually hope that it's going to snow, by the way. We live now in a new area since May of this year, so it should be hotter here in the summer, which it was, but it should also be colder in the winter because we're not at a sea area anymore. You wanna feel snow? It is cold, but yeah, it's fun when you don't have to travel. If you need to travel, it can be not really a fun, like on bicycle or car, or it's taking a very long time though. But if you just go outside in the snow for fun, it is fun. And you got different kind of snow, just like different kind of sand, you know, like some snow are like, you can make a better ball out of it than other snow. I don't know if it makes any sense though. First frost this morning. Day? What is day? I see that word everywhere, but I have no idea what that is. What is day? Or die or whatever? Yeah, what is that? Oh. Snow yourself. Well, you can fake it with ice. If you got ice and you just crumble it up to bits, then you might have a little bit of snow, but it's not perfectly the same. Of course, there are fake snow machines, but you will pay a lot of money for that. Alright. So, the last week, the overall theme was a low poly camping, and I thought it was a very good idea because low poly is a little bit more easier to do in 30 minutes. And yep, the end of the week we join everything together, which I also think is a very cool idea what we want to implement into the 30 minutes to make a total scene, everything together. I always can't wait to see the end. On Monday we had terrain and water, and don't add anything else. We need to left something to do, right? The first one is of explosion, going for a peaceful sunset vibe. Let's take a closer look at this one. Which definitely looks nice. Looks definitely low poly. Now there is a little bit of discussions here and there. What is low poly? What can you do? What can't you do? All that kind of stuff. I have been thinking about making something for low poly. But I really didn't have the time just yet to do anything with it, just to show like where is the line of low poly, what the different types of low poly. There are a lot of them. This is, for example, a very good low poly scene because the grass is just the ground. If you really want to go hardcore low poly, don't add any grass. If you add a little bit of grass, that will be okay. But like low poly is non-realism. So if you add like everywhere grass, too much of it, it's going to start like realistic, and that is a thing you shouldn't do. I like the rocks, very shapy. I especially like the ground here, like how the green is changing into brown spots down here. There are certain ways how to do that though. I would like to learn such a thing. The sunset is very nice. I like it. It's a very clear sky. That is okay. That happens in real life, clear skies. I think it's a very good one in overall. I like it. Time to compile it. What you mean? Yeah. And then we have one of Vertical Mirror, which is a very special one. I like this one also a lot. Trying to come up with your own style. I kinda did something like this once, kinda. Didn't work out as good as this one, to be honest. What I really like about this is the different colors of brown on the ground. I really like that. The pieces of ground, very square, very low poly. There's a little bit of triangles visible, which is also low poly. I like the way how the water looks. It is very simple. Black background, which means the colors are coming out a lot. It's just an overall a good entry. And I can't wait to see the end result of this. Then we have one of Edwin Sunnyray, Day 1 terrain and water. Well, there's a little bit of water, which is okay. I'm just going to scale this up. Well, it is almost possible. By the way, keep in mind, if you join up with the extra competition, the image size have to be 920 by 1080. So, but yeah, this is very simple, very flat. I see a little bit of bumpiness in here, which is okay. It is just about okay. Flat is also okay because, you know, there are a lot of places in the world where the ground is flat. Besides the Netherlands, which is very flat, there are also, you know, other countries I have seen it, and it surprised me a lot. That is legit. A little bit of water is fine like that. Kind of start to remind me of old school games like SimCity or something. A little bit of noise. Yeah, it is okay. It is okay. Very simple. Then we have one of Xi'an, Day 1, terrain and water. Let me just scale this up. Also definitely low poly. I can see triangles here and there. Just a little bit hilly. Cut off picture is always fine. Water looks wild. I like the way how the, what is it called, the shore is like higher, so it really reflects a little bit of a seaside or a very wild river. Something like that. Very simple, and it will do. I kind of like the spots on here, but I would only say they need to be smaller, just a little bit. But yeah, that's a personal thing. All right, so that's not something that you must do. Then we have one of Tardis Blue, Day 1 terrain and water is also a very nice one. I like how the river is deep, but I also like how the river flows into these shapes. I have seen once a, let me just call it a, you know, just a video. They show like how rivers shape themselves, and because the water is crashing against the corner here, at some point the water will go straight again, and this piece will slowly dry out or something. Like, it is so strange to see. It was like a time lapse of a river. So these shapes are very good. I like the mountain, very nice. A little bit snow on top to give it a touchy extra. It's only a shame that I see on the grass there is like little spots and dots on there, but I don't see them further in, you know, other places of the picture. Would it be nice to have it here too, somehow? That's the only thing I'm gonna say. All right. Then we have one of prior codes. Kinda aims towards, well, not really realism, but yeah, there is a lot of detail onto this stuff here for a ultimate low poly. Then again, there are different types of low poly styles. But yeah, this feels a little bit too detailed for low poly. And the wood too. Like, this is good here. You can clearly see it's low poly. You can clearly see some triangles going. The texture on here is way more simple. Yeah, I got mixed up feelings, as in the picture is also mixed up. I would have kept this more simple, the water and the beach though. But anything else seems to be nice low poly textures. Well, yeah, low poly is something to learn. Like, Frank was complaining about it too. Like, how do you do low poly and like, if you use reference image, it is not hard to understand. And there are different ones, because if you type low poly art on Google, you get a lot of these faces being low poly. A lot. And sure, it is low poly, but if you're looking for low poly nature, you can kind of see that in overall there is not much high detail being used. Yes, there is here a little bit, like a lot of grass, and this is something that I call the line. It is low poly, but it's like the line. You shouldn't go further than this. What I call perfect low poly is this, for example. There's no grass, everything is just blank, as in the textures, the materials are very straightforward. This is what I call the ultimate low poly. The same goes for this one. Like, little grass dots here and there is okay. Little flowers here and there. Yeah, then you have this one. It's the more detailed it gets, the lesser I think it's like ultimate low poly. I'm not saying it is low poly, but you see, just like a lot of them don't have textures on them, or like very detailed beachy materials, or this is crazy, man. This is still the line off, because I think the trees are a little bit too high detailed. Yeah, but there are different styles. That's why it would be nice to have a what you call that, like a meter from super low poly to non-low poly, and have like different pictures along the way to show off what is low poly and lesser low poly, and etc. A lot in games are low poly, but it's not low poly art. There is a difference between low poly and low poly art. You did a little bit of a mixture of, but it's something to learn, to let it go, the detailed stuff, because it can look like plain and boring real quick. The next one is of Throttle exercise to do this for the week. Happy day all for you. Here a little bit the same though. Like, I'm not gonna say it is not low poly, but the textures are very detailed. yeah. It is nice though. I like the way how it's like blocky and stuff. It reminds me a little bit of Minecraft. But maybe that's more of a personal thing. I'm not saying you cannot do this, but if I just really think low poly, the ultimate low poly, no textures at all. But overall it looks good, I guess. There is a nice water texture for certain games or so, a certain style. That's really nice. The red here is too much glare. Yeah, there are a few different types of glare, and this is one of them. It is just too much. The glare you try to add, like, you know, you want to let things glow out, but if you don't understand in 100% how it works and you want to have glow on this down here, you might end up with certain spots with too much. I just don't know what this effect is called. There are, I believe, 5 different glare options. Strike glare, I believe. And then we have one of Pepograph X, which is also a very nice one, just because the style is different from everyone else. A lot of people went just for normal terrain, and then, you know, it's an art to come out with things. One thing though I do see is that he actually, well, it seems like so far he painted the water onto it. It would have been nice if the water was modeled into it. It would have been nicer. Yeah, and a little bit more into the middle. But I like the idea of low poly, just showing the whole planet, and maybe in big tent, big trees. Kinda get that idea already. So those were the terrains. Then we're gonna go to plant, tree, wood, grass, and rocks. You don't have to do everything, of course. This one is of Xi'an. You went in overall for a good low poly, except for the leaves, I would say. Now, if you want to make like a tree with, you know, round bushes on it, you should just, you know, grab these things down here and just plant them on there, which is, you know, perfectly my my BRB. This is a perfect way to bush up the tree if you don't want to make those these forest things, right? There are different types of trees. This one's just perfect. I like the logs down here. Big leaves. I like these rocks. I like these bushes. These ones are perfect. No, I don't like this one. This one should perfectly be done like this. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Yeah, yeah, could be. I don't. Yeah, I don't know if this is like meant to be a flower, but you know, certain ones are green, but you can, you know, copy this one and then make like a plant out of it by adding the leaves white and then a, I don't know, a yellow circle in the middle, and then change the white for purple, and to make different leaves and plants and stuff. Then we have one of Tardis blue, like he did the one with, you know, the round bushes on there. It's very low poly, like how we present the rocks down here. Simple plant, it's very simple, very low poly-ish. This will kinda do, yes. Maybe the thickness of the branches could do a little work here and there. But overall it looks very good. Oh, can you see nothing? Oh boy. There we go. You didn't miss one, right? This was the last one. So yeah, this one, like I said, overall looks good. The bushes are fine. Now, one thing I also notice a lot is the reflection of, you know, stuff. Hasn't been messed around with. But once again, what I think fits in well for low poly reflection is let me see here. What I've been doing, like on certain things, I'm just gonna take an image so I don't get the screen stuck. I believe this is a different version of it. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, you see that the reflection here is like minimal. I cranked it all the way up, not 100%. I don't want to have a little bit of reflection. I did the same on this one. You see almost no reflection, and this makes the low poly come out a lot, like the colors and stuff. This one was for the autumn, and I've been doing that here. Also, almost no reflection onto it. And the same one for just one more. Where is it at? This one. Yeah, there is almost no reflection onto this, and that fits very well with low poly for some reason, because reflection is very realistic, and low poly, the point is to make it non-realistic. And you can see here that the reflection is just basic, I guess, and it should be spread out a lot more than white. That will fit in very well. That is awkward, yeah, just a little bit. Then we have one of Berkelemere, which so far it looks very nice. Kind of what I like. Yeah, the reflection here also needs to spread out a little bit more, but it's already a lot better. Like, you don't see the white just on one side. See that the white is more spread out. I don't know. Yeah, you can see this one, this bush, that like one panel is just white out and the rest is not. And that is also one reason you want to decrease the reflection, so the white will be spread out on multiply, so you don't see like one spot, just like here. But it looks for some reason a lot better. I like the trees. I like the different kind of trees. Although I have to say these ones look more hardcore low poly than these ones, because there is a lot more detail in these ones. I like both styles though. We have detail low poly and less detail low poly. I like the plants. I like the rocks, very squarey. I like the log, the bushes. Yeah, Buddha kinda. It's a nice set though, yes. Wrong angle of the bush and one rock. I like the black background because it makes the colors come out a lot. I'm just gonna compliment people who do that. And it is okay to not have any ground. I mean, it fits in well, but I seen also, for example, this one, this ground is also very okay. So you can do it on two ways, or just black, or just one whole background. You know, you can see it's a little bit messy with this one. Then we go to Tradalex, saying some stuff. Let's check out some stuff. Yeah, also good example. This bush has like texture paint on it, and this rock doesn't have anything on it. I do have to say, I like the style how we done this low poly tree bush area down here. I like to see something new. Seen that before. And overall, it's good, except for this branch sticking out though. Might be nice to just have a pole type of thing. But then again, I wouldn't recommend textures onto this. For the berries on here, I would just recommend to add in a particle system, and then just simple what is it called again, guys? Not an icosphere, but the other one. Ay, caramba. What is it called again? Yeah, it is icosphere. I would just recommend icosphere and then low as possible, and just use this onto a particle system onto your bush to make it spread out nicely, and then just accept the particle system, because you only need to do that once and then you want to get rid of it. This works a lot better. It is okay to, you know, to do like little dots here and there. It works better than texture painting, I think. Yeah, it is icosphere. Yeah, then we want to prior code some beach foliage. Black background, very nice. Yeah, I understand why you did this, because it's a hair particle system. It is definitely different. I see a lot of different elements in here, like this guy down here, and this plant looks very different from what I've seen. I like the shells though, something refreshing. Yeah, once again, the textures, try to let it go. On low poly, it's okay to have no textures at all. Just leave it out, and it looks a lot better. Low poly. You don't want details. That is the whole thing with low poly. The only detail it needs to be are the polys. I like the painting overall though. These ones. It's a refreshing something to look at instead of just forest stuff. That's very nice. You got your own unique thing. And then we have one of Edwin Sunny Ray. He says, the stuff, yes. Okay, that's a nice picture here. Very low poly. I don't see any textures, which is nice. It looks like the reflection is minimal on this, so you don't see just one triangle being white out. It is spread out so far I can see, or you just be lucky with the lightning here. There's definitely low poly. I like the different trees, different colors, simple plants, simple rocks, simple branches, nice background. Very good. Cut off render image, makes it beautiful. Hey Sergey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine on a Monday. We are still with the second day, by the way. Then we're gonna go to Papograph X. I'm also going to scale all of this out. No textures, very good. Low poly, definitely. I like these locks though, just give it a little extra. Like details like this is okay to do. It is not a bad thing to do it like that. Reminds me of some kind of a candy though. Yeah, the rocks is nice. Try to keep it a little touch lower though, just a little bit. These guys, rotate them, randomly rotate will be fine. The same goes for these things, just rotate them all the way around. Try to not get the same shape going. Like that's the whole trick with low poly. Still try to yeah, get it balanced out, make it unique. And rotating is a very important thing. But in overall, I think it worked out very well. Then we have one of explosion, maybe a little bit too simple, but that is the whole point with low poly. The hardcore low poly art is very simple. And these trees are beautiful. I love them. I'm really a big fan of low poly stuff, and I really like those trees though. Very nice. This stump though, you could add a ring, but it's not necessary. What I personally would do is have the inner part of this wood piece, just like these ones. Just give it a different color. Give this a very light color, because bark is always very dark brown or just about brown, or you have white bark too. But the inner one, like a nice wood color, a nice light wood color. The rocks are perfect, they're very simple, and a little bit of grass what you can add here and there. Yeah, very good. Maybe a little rotate in here would do just a touch more. I do like how there is like a little flow shape in here, which is very nice. Very high, that's very good. Yeah, overall not too bad. Like low poly, doing low poly is not easy to do. Then we're gonna go to a tent, caravan, or a motorhome. I believe most people made a tent, which is okay. Get over here. This one is of Berkelmeer. Yeah, this very nice tent. No textures, very good. Definitely low poly. It's like this is nice detailed low poly. I like how there is still a little bit of things going on instead of just one flat surface. This is very good. Also like how this part here is inwards. Makes it look, I'm gonna say realistic on a nice way. And how this is open up. It is very good. Not too much stuff, not too less stuff. Very nice. Here you have one of explosion. You got a tent, you got a chair, and a campfire, even though the objective was only to make a tent, caravan, or motorhome. Yeah, the tent is very simple. I had one of these tents once before. You could add a little bit of detail with this by just intruding it, right? That is what's called extruding is out and intruding is in. Just a little bit to give it just a little more detail on the edge, that it's not like too flat though. I do like the chair and the campfire a lot. Like these rocks are perfect, the logs are perfect, and I also like the little fireflies going on. It is just enough. But yeah, the tent could maybe use a little work, as in, you know, a little bit more detail. Just a little bit. And this one is very nice. Then we have one of Throttle Day 3. Throttle again went for textures. I wouldn't recommend it, but the tent itself, it's very nice low poly. I like how they have lines down here to keep the tent from, you know, moving away. Some tents have their own wheels. I like the sticks with it, even though it looks like, I can be wrong, it looks like the sticks are very detailed though, like a lot of polys. Just keep it with 8 polys as a ring and then extrude it up. Maybe he did do it, but there is a lot of reflection onto this, which makes it round, if it's like 100% reflective. Myself, I wouldn't recommend, if you want to do like chromey stuff, to not do it a 100% reflective though, because that is too realistic. What I do recommend though is to keep it a little bit like this down here. So no, you know, keep it like that, a little bit somewhere here ish. You have to play around with it because the light is also very important. You want to fake it. It is chromey, but not too mirror-ish, something like that. You want to fake that out, which is okay for low poly. Yeah, I like how the tent is open. You can have a look in here. Then we have one of Xi'an made a, I believe it's called a Volkswagen Beetle, which they had a camper version of it where the roof can come up, I believe, or it must be modified. Yeah, it's definitely very low poly. I like it in overall. There is only one thing that I would have done different though, and that is this part down here. You can see that it's like 1, 2, 3 edges, while this piece itself is not really detailed though. It could have gone easily more straightened up with just one edge in the middle instead of 2 edges. But anything else is just perfect. I really like that. It's just enough low poly to go with. Yeah, very good. I like the wheels, I like the light. But the colors are very nice. Yeah, that's the only thing. Just one edge lesser in this part down here. Then we have one of Peppergraph X making a camouflage tent. Now there are ways to do camouflage, but this tent here is no harm, but not low poly enough. Those sticks are way too round. The tent is way too smooth-ish, too cloth-ish, and of course this texture. Now let me see if I can find a perfect example of low poly. Camouflage, you never know how to type that stuff. Let me see here. Now, if you would do camouflage, you can do it low poly style, right? And low poly style is what would fit in very well if you would go for a texture, right? If you would go for that, then always keep it triangle. Because triangle really represents low poly stuff. Now I did see like a low poly military dude somewhere. I just need to seek it. Yeah, this one. Like, yeah, I would really, you know, here you see it like everything is very not textured, and this one is a little bit too much, I think. But if you would do it triangles, personal thing, I think it fits in very well, like a nice one. Or maybe even this could do a little bit, like keep it triangle-ish. You don't want to have it like smooth. So this one could use a little bit more work though. You've been in the army? She Frank, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. Hope you had time to read the announcement, you jerk. Here we have one of Tardis Blue. It starts off very well, I would say. There's a little bit too much low poly in here, but what I do appreciate is the extra competition announcement. You know, this morning what you were trolling about. What I like about this tent is the detail of, you know, the tent itself. Like there is a stick into this cloth material or whatever to keep it up. I like that. But I think there is a little too much polish in here. It could be a little bit lesser. And these sticks here have like textures on it. I wouldn't recommend texturing once again. But I like the mats, like the colors. Yep, and the reflection needs to be different. Edwin Sunny Ray kinda made like a very simple tent here. Yeah, definitely a different design. I like the way how you've added it so that, or modeled it so that it looks, you know, realistic, kinda like the sticks are like jammed into the ground. There's one stick here, so it keeps the cloth onto there. You've nailed the cloth into the ground from keeping, you know, going through the middle, and then a cloth on the floor. I like that. The only thing though is the reflection needs to be different, because the light seems to be very spotty on this. But I like this idea very much though. It's very refreshing to see. Then we're gonna go to wildlife. You could choose to make ground, air, or water wildlife. Of course, making water wildlife would not be an option if you don't have any water. The first one is a fox, a crow, and a squirrel. It looks very nice. I like it. Now the only thing that I do notice with the squirrel somehow is that the detail of low poly is somehow gone for some reason, while on the crow and the fox it's just perfect. can really see the lines and edges, which are basically the same thing, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, just a squirrel, man. For some reason. It is almost like you used smooth on it instead of flat. That is the idea I'm getting with this one. Maybe I should be disqualified entry. I would understand, huh? Oh, that's you. Why disqualified? Because of the squirrel? No, I don't. It's your own option though. I mean, yeah. The fox and the crow is just perfect. It's just the squirrel for some reason. A raven. It's not a crow. Okay. I put disclaimer in my text. Made the fox and squirrel from a nature entry already, so we just append. What is the rule saying, so? Let me see. You can use add-ons, but don't use external models. It was in the rules. Aye, Berkeley, that's a shame. I mean, if you would have just done the raven, it would be it's just very nice. I mean, the squirrel shouldn't be there, you know, at all, because it is on smooth, I think, and not flat. This raven is very nice, man. You could have just added a raven and it would be perfect. I wasn't even reading this, so. Let's move on. Let's go to Tardis Blue. Let me read. Day 4 wild. It's supposed to be wild. Okay, it looks like a stuffed doll or like a bear from, I don't know, Donald Duck World, because he's still friendly. It is a nice bear. That was definitely low poly. I would only recommend the reflection to be lower. No textures, which is very good. Yeah, it's definitely a nice bear. We only like a little stripe here for his mouth. Just a little stripe. But I like this one. He has a nice tummy. We need a lot of honey. Yogi bear. It's a nice bear though. Then we're gonna go Ervis Ray, day 4 animals. Took too much time for experimental, and then with this 2 only. That is okay. Ach, should make stuff like that. What I like about this is the way how you present your bird and your snake. They're probably best buddies with each other. Like that a lot. Reflection on the eye should be low. The snake itself definitely low poly. I like the bird. Very nice. Yeah. Wonder where these dudes are looking at though. I would just say this. It is a very, very good start. Very good start. Buddy? Yeah, they're buddies. Then Xian just dropped in an animation because the fireflies. Or else you might think like it is fire, so I can kinda understand it. And the only thing that I don't understand is what in the world is going on down below here. That is so weird. Why is that so? The bear, by the way, very nice bear. You make it white, it could easily look like a polar bear. For some reason, it reminds you of a polar bear. But what this is, magic. Well, yeah, fireflies. That would have been a good idea too. Very cheap, very quick. You could have just also made like a lot of black dots on the floor, like ants follow each other. But I understand why you'll be making an animation of it. That's a very good idea. Then we're gonna go to Throttle X with wildlife. It's definitely wildlife, a duck. Yeah, I like these ducks though. We have them a lot here in the Netherlands. These are seagulls, I think. Only thing I would say, like, seagulls needs to be a lot bigger. Like, I was surprised when I seen seagulls, like how big they are. But I could be wrong about that, and they are not seagulls. This is what I read. It should be a hedgehog. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Spooky reflection. Yeah. There's a little bit of reflection on here, though. Yeah. The reflection. If it was lower, it would have been a lot nicer. But that's a thing to learn with low poly to certain aspects of it. Ducks are definitely my favorites. Then we have a Pepograph X, a Grommels. I don't know what a Grommels is. Of course, that is the sound the animal makes. I know. Just being silly. Jesus. It looks like a man in a suit for some reason. I like how his is this his eye with two eyelids, or is it like Sonic? He has one white eye thing too, right? Or is it just color it on his face? Definitely a special one. It's definitely low poly though. That's one thing for sure. Very simple. Very human-ish. I'll bet it's Frank in this suit. Alright, then we're gonna go to Jake B, Take 4, entry 1. This is a... Oh boy, a seagull, I guess. Seagull picking up a peanut with eyes on it. What is this? I like the bird though. Definitely low poly. Use the right colors for this. But what is this? Can only think of a peanut though. Maybe the legs need a little bit of work because it really looks like it is a cylinder. And then I like the way how we've added the icosphere in order to make it look like knees. Looks like a chick. This a chick. All right. That's sad though. Yeah, funny seagull. I like the color combination though. Then let me see here. You can enter with a rendered image. Only one entry per objective allowed. Choose wisely. Jack B broke the rule here with another entry, right? Day 1, day 2. What is day 1? What is day 2? Day 2 is camping stuff. And day 4, oh, I see. Entry 2, entry 1. Yeah. A spider robot. I don't know. It reminds me of a spider robot. There's not much to see. There's a lot of light going on. But then again, I'm glad he placed entry 2 in here. We're not gonna vote on this one. We are gonna vote on this one because this is legit. Very good. Very crisp. This one, nope. Have to be strict. Day 5, props. We start off with Xi'an. I think I'm gonna do this for the future too. If anyone drops in a second entry, we're only gonna vote for the first one. Yes. Alright, camping props. See, campfire. I kind of like the campfire though. Campfire low poly is a very difficult thing to do. I think it kind of worked out pretty well. Maybe needs a little bit of orange in there. For campfire, it is okay to do it like this though, I'll guess. Some logs to put on here or to sit on. Excuse me. We have a nice picnic bench. I like that too. I like these smaller seats down here. Apparently when Xi'an is gonna go on camping, he's gonna bring his wash line to hang up his wash or something. What is this? Is it like a bus stand? What is this? What is that? This is a backpack, right? A backpack with a rolled up. What is those things are called? A sleeping bag or something like that, rolled up. And a bowl or a hat, or well, it is props item. And he takes his fence from home. He takes it too on camping. Or I'll guess this is just surrounding stuff, so he doesn't bring it himself. It is already over there. Yeah. There are certain items I like a lot in here, so that's very good now. Day 5 throttle legs, also 2 entries, but I spoke about this one before, so we're just gonna take the first one. Have to be strict. Maybe I should just delete every 1 second one. Okay, I see like a boat, very nice, yellow boats. Pedals, very nice. Only the stick of the pedal needs to be more low poly. Go for 8 vertices for a ring. That would be very nice. Yeah, this, I understand this is like a blanket, but I'm not, yeah, I wouldn't do it like this though. I like the unfold part here. And a little night lamp. Sure. Then we're gonna go to Berglemeer, day 5. Props, camping stuff. Let's see if we can get some sense out of this one. Yeah, like I said, campfire is very difficult. I still like the way how he's, done this on a very different way. I like the triangles, as in, loose parts of the campfire. The material color though, it is, yeah, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. I do like the table though, even though it has a lot of polish in those rings, make it lesser poly-ish. I really like the coffee or tea can down here, and the cup is very nice. I like the candle thing. The candle itself, 8 rings or 8 polish for a ring would be enough. Like the sleeping bag, very low polish. I like the rocks, I like the logs. There are some things in here that I like. There are some things in here that I say, yeah, needs a little bit of a change, which is not too bad. Like I've been saying before, low poly is an art of its own. Let me see here. I always need to show something. Where is it at? Heck do I know? Ah, here it is. So yeah, for this is actually the low poly art I made, which invited me to make props for a game developer, because you see like the low poly in here, and yeah, you can see with this bench, like you can still make shapy stuff, but with lesser polys in there, and especially with this beam. You know, in real life it's a lot rounder, but I gave it a lot lesser polys, something like that. There are probably things in here that I could have been doing differently though. I believe I got even a bevel on this bench, and that was actually wrong to do. But just to give the idea of, you can still make roundness with lesser polys though. Still in the game group? Yeah, I'm still working for the game, yes. Okay. Day 5, Jake B. He went for camping stuff to do with his mates. There is one thing I don't like already. That is this stuff on here. I get the idea, but it could do without. Or just go 100% low poly style, or don't go 100% low poly style. Because these, you know, there are certain things in this art that also could use bumpy, like this rope. Unless it is, what is that, nylon stuff or whatever. But if it's like ropey stuff, it could use some of this. Drinks might have bubbles in there. So I would recommend go without that. But I like the colors in here. There's a lot of beer bottles. It's only a shame everything's getting waste. I like the bottles though, very nice shapes. They have a nice amount of polys. It's a very thick fishing stuff. Like this one is very thick, this one is lesser thick. I'll guess for different types of fish. I would say it's a good start there. It might need a little bit of work though. Yeah, it's a waste of nice drink. I wonder how a low poly drink tastes like. Then we're gonna go to Arizona Array, day 5 prop, and this only because 34 minutes. It is still okay. Let's just scale this one out, because I believe this is a very nice one so far. I can look already at it. Yeah, this is a good example of very good low poly style with still a lot of detail though. The edges don't have bevel, it looks like, which is very good. The bolts and nails or whatever are not 100% round, they are just very low poly. It's very good. You still got details here and there, the planks are being shaped here and there. A very good example of how you can still give low poly a lot of detail. Very good on that one. No, that is a very good example. No textures. Yeah, very nice. And also like how you got these bolts sticking out a little bit, as in like these are sunken into the bench because you need to sit there, and it would not be nice to fill that up your ass, of course. But at the side they're sticking out. I like that a lot. Very good detail. Tard is blue, still day 5, which is okay. I like to see you guys stuff. This is a very, very nice backpack. I love how this backpack is still detailed, as in stuff is coming out of the backpack and onto the backpack. These things down here for, you know, maintaining the tightness of the string, I guess. Mind my English. Very nice backpack. I like it a lot. Also like the way how you've done the fire right down here by just making your own way off. This is also a very good idea to do as fire though. Yeah, this gas thing has a nice amount of low poly. And this also has a nice amount of low poly. I like the egg in here. It is flat with just a few polys in there, which is just perfect. That's a very good one though. Really like this. Then we're gonna go to day 6 characters. This character, this is a guy I know. Shouldn't he smile? Smile like his life is a pain up the ass. Isn't he this guy? Oh yeah, he doesn't have glasses though, but whatever. All he has here. That's what it reminds me of. Harold pain up the ass. Yeah, it's a nice character. It is just low poly enough. I like the shapes of the arm, the shape of the hand, the shape of the legs. I like the way how the shoes are. Yeah. Yeah, sure, there is a little bit of texture painting on here. I'm not going to be too harsh about that, but there are also ways to get low poly onto the face though, without using texture painting. I'm not going to be too strict on that. It's just a personal thing though. Yeah, but very good. Base color, so you used a lot of polys to get stuff going, or yeah, very nice and overall. We go to Tardis Blue, day 6. It's also a very good low poly character. It's very simple, it just does what it needs to do. The shape looks good, like the hat. Yes, it doesn't have a face, but that's not an easy thing to do with low poly. You really need to learn how to get stuff done. But I like it so far. Nice pose, yeah. Then we're gonna go to Tradalex. He painted the faces on. It is okay. It is okay. At least he doesn't have textures onto the clothing though. Yeah, sure. Happy characters. At least he made some characters. Let me just keep it like that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Would almost go for a Playmobil for some reason. Not too bad. Props for not giving textures on the clothing. For the face, like I said, it's okay. Then we have Xian, which is a very nice one. This is okay. Like, it doesn't have eyes and mouth and that stuff, but this is like okay to do for low poly. This is also a very good low poly model to do it like this. Very good one. Like this one too. Yep. Very nice. Jake B, day 6. Victoria VB better. Went for some kind of a redneck though. This is okay. Definitely low poly. Nice mullet in the back. Sunglasses. I seem to be sunburned. It seems to be very hot in this picture though, so I understand the orange in here to just, you know, present that it's hot. Yeah, very good. I bet if this dude has his arm up, there will be like a whole bush coming underneath his armpit. Yeah. What is this? Day 6 character or / me, 33 minutes, blah blah blah. And stuff and things. This is Edwin Sally Ray taking a piss after too many beers. The model is very nice, I have to say. It's definitely low poly here and there. Maybe the arm could use a little lesser though. I for some reason I only see like 1 and 2 edges onto the leg though, but I see a lot more on the arm. It is almost like 100% perfect, I would say. Yeah. P, is this Erwin? That ain't you. Okay. But yeah, overall very good. Very, very good shaping. A nice comedy. And then we're gonna go to the part which I'm always very exciting for, and that is the mixing together. This is always the fun part. That everything what we have seen is gonna go together. Alright, so this first one, of course, is Berkelmeer. Mix the scene together, Emerald Knights. Yeah. I mean, sure, the background gives a little bit of an extra. It is a nice background though, but the background is very detailed. But still, it makes the scene looks nice, but yeah. It's very nice. Few grass bits here and there, which is very good. You shared up things a lot. I do see that this tree and that tree, you know, it could use a little rotation though. I see everything. This one the same too. But then again, if you're not being careful with rotating trees, that will just still look the same. Yeah. Here you got Geralt enjoying his late night coffee or tea, campfire, fireflies. A little squirrel which you imported. Here you got a crow or raven, and the fox is down here. Yeah, overall, I very good. I like it. I mean, excuse me. Even though I wouldn't recommend this kind of background, it does makes it very beautiful though. So it's a mixed up feeling. It makes it look very nice. That's one thing for sure. Yeah, there is a lot to see. That is the whole fun part of, you know, joining everything together, trying to search where the earlier objectives are. It's very nice. Very good. Just to be clear, I made the fox and squirrel, but not during the 30 minutes. Yes, you did, but the rules here says you can use add-ons, right? But don't use external models. You have imported them as an external model. I have to be strict, I'm sorry. But it's very nice. TARDIS Blue, day 7, happy end. Let's take a look at this one. Oh god, look at this bear. That's funny though. Yeah, you know, overall a very nice scene, like the grassland, a little bit of a mountain. Got your backpack, your tent, your character. The bear is wanting to enjoy his egg, but he sees something in distance and he's terrified of it. And I think he's looking at you guys. So yeah, it is nice, a nice scene. I think that is very good. This rock here is floating though. I can see the shadow onto the water, not connecting to the rock. What is this ring? I see this right now. There is a ring down here. Alright, Frank. See you later. And hope you will be in time for tomorrow with your entry. The bear is her husband. Oh boy. Is TARDIS Blue in the chat? Ah, yes. What is this this ring down here? That's just so random. No, it's not a bird. A weird looking bird though. Here at the side of the screen. Follow the mouse. Right here. Right there. You see it? Oh. I almost missed that though. Yeah, I just wonder what that is. I mean, just ignore that. We have one of Xian. I didn't put the fireflies because I'm out of time. That's too bad though. Let's take a look. That's very nice. I would only say maybe there is a lot of wind going for the grass though, because I can be very much about details. The point is the grass is moving because of the wind, right? But the campfire is going kind of straight up, so... But I can be very picky about things. But I like how the... this scene is like aimed out here, the focus, but you can still see behind the blur stuff being moving, and I like that a lot. Very good. Scene overall is fantastic. I like it a lot. You forgot to delete a ring. Okay. Yeah, it's a very good scene though. Like how the bear is moving to the campfire. Maybe there's like a tasty fish in there. Yeah, I like it a lot. Very good though. Erwin Sunny Ray. Mixed all together. Spoiler alert. You're worn. Why? Whatever. Okay. Ah, it looks a lot bigger. I thought this terrain was like, it's supposed to be zoomed out like crazy, but it's not. It's like a very tiny piece of terrain. That makes sense that you see a tiny bit of water there. Yeah, very good, man. I like this in overall though. Very nice. It's very crisp, very clear. You might just wanna poop out if you win. You might wanna poop out a render, so choose an angle, and if you like to render an image, because if you win, you get the same story. I need to copy the link, but you won't see your video in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't connect it up. Alright. Then we're gonna go to Tradalex, which we can see all of the textures combined right now. It kind of reminds me of a certain game that has this texture stuff. Yeah, for all I think the scene has been put in very well. Kind of, very well. Only the light in here confuses me a little bit. Like at some point, like you have this nice sun undergoing through the mountains, like the last bit of sunlight coming in, so I understand that this light is on. But then from the front, there is a lot of light coming. Now I have been saying add a light to light up everything, but don't bright it up like this. You can clearly see it's super bright down here. So only the sharing of lights need to be a little bit better. But the scene overall is very interesting. I like how you've added the stuff here like that. Yeah, that's very good. Not too bad though. Yeah, aiming out the whole scene, within the render, or don't aim anything at all. Does it sound confusing? Well, like this one, it's just within the render because it's just a piece. And the same with Erwin Sunny Ray, it's just within the render. If you go for a complete scene, you need to make sure, just like this one, that everything is in the scene and don't have like a cut off here or a cut off there. That makes it just a little bit more beautiful. And here it's like a bit of both cut off. Yeah, it's a good start in overall though. I have to be strict. And probably you guys might agree with that too. Alright. That was a long one, but there's a lot of nice entries, so yeah, very good. So let's do the voting. There we go. Voting, voting, voting. Voting, voting. Alright, for the trading, we have Explosion, Berglemir, Erwin Sunny Ray, Xian, Tardis Blue, Prio Code, and Tradalex, and Pepograph X. We didn't get to see Pepograph X end scene though. No, that's a shame. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who are you gonna vote for? You guys decide in the end. Are you gonna go for the landscape? I'm gonna go for the squarey landscape, the flat landscape, a part of a landscape, a mountain landscape with wild rivers. You're gonna go for the beach, another squarish landscape, or the globe. Explosion, explosion, explosion. Alright. So 3 for explosions. I just call him Explosion, by the way, just to be sure. I also have to say Explosion. That is, yeah. Okay, if no one, only 3 votes. Maybe the other people just agree with you guys. I think just give a name. That's it. So you're gonna go for Berkeley. That is 3 against 1. There are 12 people watching. Of course, not everyone is a Discord member. Some people just like to watch competition and that kind of stuff. Yeah, just keep it simple. Just give me a name, or else I need to count the names. Just only it's getting confusing already because I see Bergelmeer, but it's not Bergelmeer vote. The lightning of explosion. Trizo, keep it simple. Only the name. Because I need to count everything in the chat. Okay, in this case then we're just gonna go for explosion. So explosion, congrats on the terrain and water. Then we're gonna go for trees, rocks, bushes, and all of that kind of stuff. Who are you gonna vote for? Will it be Xian, Tardis Blue, Berkelmeer, Tradalex, Prio Code, Erwin Sunny Ray, Pepograph X, or Explosion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would like to see names, please. Yeah, but real low poly should not have textures. Okay, I see Bergelmeer, Xi'an. Another Bergelmeer, 2 against 1. We have an explosion, 2 against 1 and 1. Go too far. Okay, 4 people have been voting. Of the 12, 5 people. Welcome to the stream, Dana. Thank you for the name. So it's 3 Belglamere, 1 Xi'an, 1 explosion. I'm gonna count to 10 in my head, then I will choose the winner. And Bergelmeer is going to be. So Bergelmeer, congratulations on winning day 2. Plant trees, water, rocks, grass, etc. And I also should not forget, guys, the quickest way through the Hall of Fame is actually saving up textures immediately. And I should actually immediately put it in the Hall of Fame and put the points to the winning system. Livestream winning stuff. Explosion and Bergelmeer. There we go. All right. Creative way, Bergelmeer. How do you pronounce your name then? I mean, okay, this word. All right. If I translate a mountain to Dutch, it's called berg or berg. And I don't know how you pronounce an L between berg and meer. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a very unusual thing for me. Lemire, so something like that. Anyways. Then we're gonna go to day number 3 for a tent, caravan, or a motorhome. I don't pronounce an R, do I? Bergelmeer. I don't pronounce an R. Your L is just the L. Bergelmeer. I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that if you would type words? Oh, like that. Do I pronounce it? Do I pronounce it the right way or no? I see it now that, yeah. Yeah, I see. Okay, okay. Let's go back to the tents and motorhomes. We have Bergelmeer, Explosion, Tradalex, Xi'an, Purplegraph X, Tardis Blue, Erwin Sunny Ray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already counted Xian. So that is one person. Yes, 2 Xian. 3 Xians. 4 Xians. Well, I think it will be clear. Unless 4 other people will all of a sudden vote on Pepograph X. I know for sure that Xian would still gonna win. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Definitely a good one. Volkswagen camper motorhome. One of these. Very good. Then we're gonna go to wildlife, but Berkelemir has been fair that he didn't do those two in the competition. It's an import, and our rule says no external models allowed. So I'm really sorry. There is no VW because copyright. That's a very good one. So in this case we only have Tardis Blue, Erwin Sunny Ray, Xian, Tradalex, Pepograph X, Jake B1 because the second one doesn't count because you can only have one entry per project. So let's add in a stripe. You can vote right now. Is it gonna be Tardis Blue, Erwin, Xian, Tradalex, Pepograph X, or Jake B, the this thing, what is it called? Seagull? Yeah, Seagull. Alright, Jake B, Xian. Another Xian. Xian is, by the way, the bear and the fireflies. Yeah, I don't know about this bear, man. This bear really reminds me of a polar bear instead of like a brown bear or a grizzly bear or a black bear for some reason. I think it's the shape of it. I think brown bear, black bear, and grizzly bear are have a more tummy, thicker bellies, I think. They also got like sun bear or something. If they stand up, you see like a sun on their belly. There's a lot of bears on this planet. Xian, and Tradalex. So I guess it is clear that Xian won this one. It's only a shame he doesn't have a render because so now I have to copy the message link and it will not show a preview of it. If it was YouTube, it will automatically copy the thumbnail of it. So in this case, copy message link. There you go. Then we're gonna go to props camping stuff. In this case, we are going to have Xian, Tradalex 1 because one entry allowed, Berkelemir, Jake B, Erwin Sunny Ray, Tardis Blue. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me hear your vote. Let me hear your votes. The one for Tardis Blue with the backpack, the gas cooker, and the egg. Another Tardis Blue. We have a Berkelemir and we have a Jake B. There's 2 against 1-1. If I had to choose, okay. If I had to choose. I mean, I cannot say this wouldn't be legit, like camping stuff. This could already be on location though. It's not like forbidden, absolutely not. If I had to choose, yeah, it would be also TARDIS Blue or Erwin Sunny Ray for some reason. TARDIS, Jake B. Another TARDIS, so it will be 3 for TARDIS, 1 for Burger Mill, and 2 for Jake B. I'm sorry, Burger Mill. Yeah, so TARDIS Blue is gonna be the winner. I wonder how that low poly egg tastes. Very good. It's good to have different names in the competition that wins. Alright, then we gotta go to character. I'm gonna put a stripe so I remember where we left. We have Berglemir with Harold the Pain. We have TARDIS Blue. We have Tradalex. We have Xian. And the Jake B with the red neck. And Erwin Sunny Ray with the Peeing Man. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries for this one. We have 3 TARDIS Blues already. Okay. Mm-hmm. We have 1 for Erwin. We have another 1 for Erwin. Oh, that's 2 against 3. Very exciting. Any more? Any less? Okay, no more votes. Then it's gonna be TARDIS Blue for this one. Congratulations with that though. It's a very good one. TARDIS Blue number 2. Ay. Okay. Then we're gonna go to the last one, and the last one are the final scenes mixed together. Are you guys gonna go for the beauty, or are you guys gonna go for the low poly art? In this case, we have Berglemir, TARDIS Blue, Xian, Erwin Sunny Ray, and Tradalex. So 4 end scenes. 5, I mean. Okay, 1 for TARDIS Blue. With this one. A bear that sees something, we never know what. Xian, Erwin Sunny Ray, I like Xian, a lot of different names. Berglum here. Okay. If only one person would vote on Tradalex, we have 1 vote for all the entries. Okay. Very mixed up. Just gonna wait a couple of minutes here. Tardis Blue, Cyan, Erwin Ray, Berglamir, Tardis Blue. Oh, that will be 2 for Tardis Blue. Interesting. Don't get me wrong, it is very nice. Like, really, really nice. But if I have to go for 100% low poly, it would definitely be there are 2 which I would do. It would be either Cyan or Erwin Ray. The only reason is in this one you've been using texture like stuff on this ground, but in overall it's not a bad scene. You know, if I'm gonna complain about texture stuff, then I should also complain about this one, and this one goes the same texture stuff. These 2 don't have any texture stuff into it. But you guys are the votes. I do like the beer though a lot, with making an egg. It is not wrong. Okay, I'm going to wait 1 more minute, or better to say 40 more seconds, and I'm going to choose the winner. Oh, well, you guys choose the winners, of course, not me. I only choose a winner when there is even names. Ten more seconds. There we go. All right, Tardis Blue. Let me see. Tardis Blue, Tardis Blue. Yep, you are the winner of the total scene of this competition. It is not too bad, definitely not. Just for me personally, only the texture ground though. That's personal. So Tardis Blue, congratulations. All right, that is that. That is that. Yeah. Let me see here. I have every winner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I definitely have the winners. So in this case, we need to come up with a new team. Now, I was thinking, all right, do you guys like this low poly stuff? Do you like to keep it simple and enter the scenes up together? Do you guys like that? Would you like something different than low poly? Because you know what, I think it's the best thing to just do it all together. Alright, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you like mix up the scenes at the end of the week? Do you like that idea? Should we keep that idea? Mix, yes, okay. How you say that? Mixer scene. Mix all together. Alright. So I was thinking, you know, it just came up in my mind. And of course you guys should like it or not like it. I was thinking about a farm. I mean, farm is ground, it's crops, it's trees, it's bushes, it is a farmhouse, it might be a barn, it might be animals, chickens, cows, maybe a tractor, maybe not. That is up to you guys. Or you want something else, you have to explain me what would you like. Yeah, but a Bitcoin farm is a little bit too difficult to put that in every day. Like, how am I going to explain that to people? Yeah, a little bit difficult. Day 1, make a computer. Day 2, make a video card. Day 6, create the internet. Day 7, farm as much bitcoins as possible. Alright, so farm. Let's just do farm. Any will, yeah, then I need to explain certain people. Like, you can have a cow farm, you can have a chicken farm, you can have a crops farm. You know, I can still say do animals, but then you can make like a crow or a cat, or, you know, you don't have to make cows and chickens and stuff. Any farm, you can make any farm. Maybe I need to put that in there. Make any farm you like. Alright. Just be creative. Okay, so in day 1, it would then be a landscape, right? You can make it flat, you can make an island, you can do whatever you like. Landscape. Landscape only. Landscape including water, mountains, all that stuff. You know, like, it is up to people's fantasy. If I say farm, you don't have to be too strict. Shall we kind of do the same like we did? Day 2, so we do plant trees. Let me just call it nature props, and let's all learn that nature props would be trees, bushes, crops, plants, and all that kind of stuff. Landscape only, nature props. Day 3 will be a house or barn, or what is more? House, barns, silo. I mean, you don't have to make the whole everything, right? You just prepare yourself, mind up some fantasy, do some sketches. Okay, yes. And I could say wildlife. Other props, you know, like fences, light poles, table, barrels, that kind of stuff. And let me, by the way, put in, shall we do low poly, or shall we just do farm and leave it up to everyone's fantasy? just do props. All right, props are everything you need to have. Machines, stuff. Leave it open. What open? It open? What all open? What is open? Yeah, oh yeah, the farm. Yeah, leave it up to. Okay, I see. And then character. You know, I think we need to keep adding in character, so people will be forced to learn doing character, making it easier for themselves. Yeah, I do need to put in sometimes. Fans, machines, etc. Trees, crops, etc. etc. You know, or will this be clear? Like props in general, will that be clear enough? Maybe we should keep a certain style with this. That people learn props is just, you know, whatever needs to be, and nature props is different. If it's too confusing, let me know. In this case, I'm going to take this stuff. 16, 17. The theme of this week is farm. Task for today will be landscape only. So save as. "30-minute idea." Yes. Number 117, 317. Any rule updates? Well, so far not as I know. It is very simple. 30 minutes starts when opening Blender until you hit render. So you can do anything before that what you like. Search for reference image, making sketches. After you've been done rendering, you can do compositing if you like. Anything else have to be between starting up and hitting render. What you can also do, I've said that before, you can make already a save file where you have your light ready, or yeah, a light, you know, having the light ready, having the resolution ready, having the amount of samples ready, put a timeline on one, you know, some of these basic stuff, you are allowed to do that. Yeah, don't chat, it is, yeah, but some people are new, so I mean, then I also have to say, Erwin, just say the name and don't say, I go for name. That is fine, only one entry per object, so one entry every day. You can end with a rendered image or animation, drawing. Only include objects of the daily challenge, so don't import any stuff, which is also at the second one being said, but you can use add-ons. Chat, feedback, compliments, whatever stuff in the chat. Yes, you may use other 3D software. Everything has to be done in 30 minutes. See Rule 0 for more information. Alright. So that will be that, right? Let's put this one in here. And another thing, you know what? I should just do this right away. So you guys can, you know, at least know that it's done. If you want to go, it is fine to go. I'm just gonna add in the winners and stuff, and then let's put it offside. I don't want you to see my midget porn or whatever. 30 minutes. This one is, of course, explosion. There we go. The second one is Berkelmere. I think it's also funny to see if, you know, the first 6 days who won, and then put all that stuff in one scene. So put Berkelmere, his trees into Explosion, his terrain. Put Xian's motorhome in there, you know, and see what the scene would end up with. And now you're going to see with the link, it doesn't give like a thumbnail like YouTube does. So you have to click on this and then you get sent to the page. Alright. Start this blue with the camping stuff. Start this blue with the character. Start this blue with the mixed scene. Alright, there you go. Yeah, it is just easier for me to just give a name only. Like Erwin says, explain to not chat, but Erwin always says like, you know, for day 6 I am gonna go for TARDIS blue. You know, if he could also just say TARDIS blue, you would make it for me a lot more easier to do, but I don't wanna also complain too much. Alright, adding the winner points here. So it is TARDIS blue number gets 3 winner. I always need to search. Sometimes I'm missing people, or this is for fun, by the way. Just for me also to see how many people have joined up. But on January 1, we're going to do a top 25 or top 10 or whatever. Maybe I'll fix a video and show some of their best works. But in yeah, I said here top 25. In 2021 we will split the weekly and 30 minutes separately. Now we are joining them up, and yeah, it would be a good idea to separate them because some people have more time than others. I can understand. So it will be one less 30 minutes, one less for a weekly. I don't see any TARDIS blue just yet. No, definitely not. If you have, let me know in the chat, because you know I can miss some stuff. We're gonna go straight to. Oh God! Stop it! Straight away, gonna go to number 3. And this. Hello. There you go. We have 2 for Xian. I don't know if Xian is in here. I don't know if he changes his name. Changing your name is of course okay and all up to you, but then it might be the case that I'm re-adding your name so the points won't be counted up together, because Discord doesn't automatically change it already. I don't see any Xian, so I'm just going to re-add your ass right down here. Unless I'm missing it, let me know in the chat. I'm not seeing him yet. Okay, that is Xian. Then we have Berkelmere and Explosion. God damn it, this freaking Discord, man. I am selecting here, not here. Okay, cooperate. This is admin life for you. I got this stuff every week. What do I say? Berkelmere and Explosion. Okay, Explosion is here. gonna go for 23. Vertical mirror is gonna go for a number 12. Alright. Save this up. There you go. Yeah, you need to work harder because yeah, got like 7 more to go. Or you are on the same line with Kaisen. Yeah, I can put you there, but then it will be 0. But yeah, this here -1. It's just a joke between me and the Ultimator, so nothing serious. Okay, I'll update my voting system next stream. Okay. Okay, that will be that, guys. I thank you all for a very nice stream. I've enjoyed myself a lot with your entries, as always. I look forward to the stuff. Tomorrow there will be the monthly live stream. It is time. We have a lot of great entries, a lot of them. Some others are more amazing than others. Different styles, different things. It will be on the same time, same channel, of course. If you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell, you'll probably get a notification when it starts. If not, if you're in Grant's Discord, you can go to WDSA, which will be a link at every announcement. The 30-minute has one down here. The weekly has one down there. And I will ping automatically everyone. So the choice is up to you. That is that. All right. Oh man. I'm glad this happens at the end and not at the start. I always hate it when people yawn at gameplays or whatever. Like, it makes me tired too, so I'm doing it myself. But it's at the end though. Yes. Alright, thank you guys. I'm gonna close it off right now. See you guys next time. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a Blender 24-hour stream once. Who knows? Alright. No, I'm not. No funny stuff this time. I promise. Alright, bye guys. See you later. No. No funny stuff.